पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो हमारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you live at zero complete level, मौज में रहो, be happy.
Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We all talk about Bhagavad Gita and what is the essence that Bhagavad Gita has told us. There are 18 chapters and therefore every chapter is labeled as yoga. First chapter is Arjun Vishada Yoga. Second chapter is Sankhya Yoga. Third chapter is Karma Yoga. So 18 yogas, not one. So the meaning of the word yoga is means. Like I came to this place Kara Yogena. By the car I came here. I came to UK from USA by flight yogena, by means of flight. In the same manner, yoga are the means. Now what is the means? So when I came with the help of the car has a function up to a particular point. That car has to be dropped out. Function is over, purpose is over. We cannot say, no, I'll get a car inside. No, keep it there. It has its limitation of involving in our life. Then we came with the shoes. The shoes are also means, otherwise our feet will get hurt. Shoes also we left at a particular point. Beyond that, shoes are not allowed. So what is the meaning of yoga? Yoga are the means which are used and thereafter dropped. See? Whatever may be your shoes, very expensive. See? My shoes are, they are 5,000 pounds. Even then, they have to be kept out. You don't put it on your head. No. Exactly the same way. Bhagavad Gita we study. Now, what is the purpose that we are studying Bhagavad Gita? By means of Bhagavad Gita, what is happening in our life? This we have to know. See? Therefore, the first thing what I have learned from Bhagavad Gita is this. When our dream is very good, everything is nice in the dream. You have gone somewhere nice and you have got good your family with you and you are enjoying. Everything is good. Such a dream will never break. In that dream, some accident happens. Suppose you are going by a car with your wife, children, everybody, and that dream is not going to break. But if in the dream the car skids and goes into a big ditch, immediately the dream breaks. This is what is the beginning of Bhagavad Gita. This is called the Arjuna Vishada Yogonam. Vishada is a wrong interaction to the events of our life. Okay? Wrong interaction. And what is the wrong interaction? We get into depression. There are two things. One is depression, second is dispassion. See, friends. And why this happens? Because we are not leading our life keeping in view what is the quality of our mind when we interact with the world. See, every experience happens only to the mind. Nothing happens to body. And those experiences could be desirable and undesirable. So what are the undesirable experiences that create something undesirable in our mind? There are two. One is, it is easier to digest the failure in life, but to digest perpetual success in life is very difficult. See, friends, those who are extremely successful, they become so arrogant. Konyosti sadrusho maya. When I came to this country, I had nothing, but I worked hard. And then we start imagining that everything that is happening in our life is the result of our efforts. In the 18th chapter, Bhagavan Sri Krishna tells, there are 5 factors involved in all expressions of life. Those 5 factors are adhishthanam, tatha karta, karanam cha, pruthak vidham, vividhascha pruthak cheshta, daivam chaivatra panchamam, sharir vang manorbhi yat karma prarabhate naraha, न्याय्यम वा विपरीतम वा पंचैते तस्य हेतवः तत्रैव सति कर्तारं स्वात्मानं यः. See, 5 factors are involved. One is adhishthanam, body. If there is no body, you can't do anything. Body. Karta, the sense of doership. Third thing is pruthak cheshta, lot of efforts. Fourth thing is the karanam, lot of instruments are required. Like this girl was singing, so she required instrument, the harmonium. Why the harmonium is required? To cover the our voice defect, they use the harmonium. So we require harmonium. 4 instruments. And fifth is, we may be able to do everything. Imagine, he has organized all these things. Suddenly it starts pouring. Oh God, what happened? But what an arrogance comes. I have done this, I have done this. Friends, the last touch is the divine sanction in our life. So what we do? We are imagining everything we are doing and I am successful. This was the case of Arjuna. One of the names of Arjuna was Vijay. Why? Because he never was defeated in any of the wars that he fought. Always successful. Therefore, one of the name was Vijay. Therefore, he had that arrogance. Who can dare fight with me? Arjuna. Second thing, he had bitterness and hatred for the Kauravas. These two are negative things in our heart, in our mind. The arrogance of success and bitterness towards anybody. See? Now, let us see what happens. You just think of someone whom you extremely love and then see the quality of your mind. Now, think of something or someone you hate from your heart and see the quality of your mind. It was difficult to find out to whom I really like and love, but I could find out whom I hate. Immediately it comes. Hatred is intense than the love. See? And these two things were predominantly present in Arjuna's mind. So when he came on the battlefield, with an arrogance, he tells Bhagavan Sri Krishna that Kairmaya saha yodhavyam asmin rana samudyame. Let me check who is going to fight with me, the Arjuna. He knew it. Like, two cricket teams, when they are playing the match, they know who is going to play in another team. In the same manner, Arjuna knew he is fighting war against Kauravas. So what is there to ask about? But his arrogance was, who can dare fight with me? Let me check. Kairmaya sa yodhavyam. See, friends, this arrogance was not with Dronacharya, Bhishmacharya, but this arrogance was with Arjuna. See? And the second negative thing was he had terrible hatred, bitterness against the Kauravas. He uses a very bad term in the scriptural language. This is the bad term. And the term he uses is the Atatai, Durbuddhi. Atatai means a terrorist. So the Kauravas are terrorists. And let me check who dares fight with me. With these two negative things, he comes on the battlefield. See, friends. And therefore, he tells Bhagavan Krishna, take my chariot between the two armies and let me check who is going to fight with me. See, he is talking to Bhagavan Krishna. But that arrogance. See, my friends. And Bhagavan Krishna is Bhagavan Krishna. So, he took the chariot. Now, he had an option to take the chariot in front of anybody between the two armies. For example, this is one army, this is another army. Suppose we say, keep this thing in the center. So it could be here, it could be there, it could be anywhere. In the same manner, when Bhagavan was told that take my chariot between the two armies, now he had a choice. Just imagine, for the sake of imagination, if Bhagavan Krishna had taken the chariot of Arjun in front of Duryodhan, Dushasan, will Arjun ever ask any question? But what Bhagavan Krishna did? Bhishma Drona Pramukataha Sarvesham cha Mahikshita. Of all the warriors who were on the battlefield, he took the chariot in front of Bhishmacharya, Dronacharya, and he didn't keep quiet. If he keeps quiet, he is not Krishna. So he gave a chabi and he said, you have to fight with your own people. And it is here is the beginning of real Bhagavad Gita in our life. Okay. As long as everything goes on according to our design, we are happy. Bhagwan ki kripa thi hai. The real devotee is the one who is able to discover the divine grace even in the most miserable event of our life. He is the real devotee. But our devotion is whatever is convenient to us. We go to the temple. What for? For devotion to the Lord. Oh God, this is the list. Tuck, 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 tuck. Longer the list, longer the namaskar. We don't want him. We want our desires to be fulfilled. And therefore, our devotion is only a bargain. And therefore, many people come with this kind of thought. हमने भगवान का इतना किया. I have done so much for God. Who needs your doing? Is it that a God needs that you should give him bath? Is it that a God needs that you should do arti? Is it that a God needs to give Naivedya? He is hungry or what? It is our need. Therefore, friends, this arrogance of success and bitterness against anybody, these two enemies are to be recognized and worked upon. It is here Bhagavad Gita begins. See? So when Bhagavan Krishna told, you have to fight not with the enemies, but your own nears and dears. Your Guru, Dronacharya, your grandfather, go that side, your grandfather, father Bhishmacharya. So you have to fight with them. And when this was said, Arjuna became nonplussed. And he started crying. I have to kill my grandfather. I have to kill my guru. Meaning what? See the subtleness of Bhagavad Gita. His problem was not the war, not fighting, not the guru, not the grandfather. The problem was, how can I kill my guru? If it is your guru, I don't mind. How can I kill my grandfather? If it is your grandfather, I can kill that. Friends, the whole problem of our life is summarized in Bhagavad Gita by one word, mamata. See? Now this small child came, I told him to go back. Now see what is happening. Now that mother will be feeling very bad. See, I sent my son over there, but he was told to go back to. Oh. If I tell the same thing to other children, she will not feel bad because my son. See, friends, one example I'll tell you how the samsara begins. This example I gave recently, somewhere here only. I was invited for a cup of tea on my way to lecture in the evening. So I went to their house. Now that grandmother who invited me, she told Swamiji, my daughter chants Bhagavad Gita very well. See? So you see, you are all parents, how much they are proud of their children chanting Bhajan Kirtan. Natural. Okay. Then I said, okay, start. So that child said, Swamiji, may I get my friend? I said, okay, get, no problem. So she called her friend next door. And both of them started chanting. 15th chapter. Urdhva Mula Madashakam Ashvattam Pravaravayam. Nicely chanted. Now between these two, the friend was the perfect one. Not a single mistake. But a granddaughter of that grand lady was making 100 mistakes. In between, because she has forgotten. But the other girl was without any disturbance. Perfectly she did. Naturally, as me, I first of all hugged that child. I said, hey, you're so sweet, nice, good. Grandmother became grand angry. And she pulled that child from my hand and took, go to your house. I understood what is coming. Immediately, I took her granddaughter and I said, hey, you are so good, better than your friend. Why did you call her unnecessarily? You are so nice. When I said like this thing, along with tea, I got Rasgulla. Now for me, two children are two children. For that old lady, my granddaughter, samsara begins. See, friends, these are the basics of life, Bhagavad Gita tells us. We are all simultaneously both parents as well as children. We are children to our parents, is it not? Whatever may be our age, but we are children to our parents. And we are parents to our children. So we are two in one. So be very attentive. Has anybody ever become disturbed and miserable because of parents? Has anybody ever thought, I wish my mother was like Marilyn Monroe? She is not beautiful. No. We accept our parents as they are. As regard parents are concerned, we have no choice. And therefore, we have zero expectations from the parents. If this is accepted, equally so, we have no choice. Who will be our children? Children are born through us. They are not born to us. See? The same parents, they have got four children, four sons. Elder son is studious, calm and quiet. The second one is kind of a leader type, fighting everywhere and all that. The third one is a businessman. Everywhere he thinks only about money. And the fourth one is lazy, doing nothing. So the first is Brahmana, second is Kshatriya, third is Vaishya, and fourth is Shudra. Parents are the same. Out of the same parents, four varieties came. Can you imagine? To the mango tree, there will be four different types of fruits. See, friends. So what we give to our children is only their body. The software comes with them. If you buy a phone and don't put a SIM, will it work? In the same manner, body is like a hardware, like the phone, in that the SIM is put by the Lord, not by the parents. See? But how much we get too much involved with the kids. Do whatever you are supposed to be done. But always remember, they are our responsibility the God has given us to uh, do something good for them. There is a friend of mine. He is now very old. He must be about 92. Sharmaji is his name. And his one daughter, when she was small, she was totally different to her age. When she was hardly 8 or 9 years, I always used to go to their place. And she was talking like a philosopher. So she used to tell her father, Dad, you don't have a little bit of brains. When you are doing like this thing, this is not good. So the father used to get angry. And then one day, when it happened before me, so my friend told Swamiji, I said, keep quiet, I'll tell you later. Then I told, she has come in your life only to do her seva. Don't fight. Don't curse yourself. This is an opportunity the God has given you to serve. Friend, highest spiritual practice is service. And what is the service? In service, the highest thing that happens is we never get insulted. Suppose I am a servant and Surya, is my boss. Now, he tells me, get water for everybody. These servants are so useless, dumb people. Go and get. So when he will abuse me in front of everybody, nobody will think that I am insulted. Servants are never insulted. And if I reply back, are you a tanker or what? How much water you want? If I say like this to the boss, immediately everybody will say, see, he is insulting the boss. Whenever you get insulted in your life, you have taken a wrong position in your life, you want to become a boss. Friends, be a follower in life. But every time, I want to do this, I want to do that, I. There is no end to that I. And therefore, to crush this I, God creates situations for us. And they are necessary for our growth. Take an example. Suppose you have, let us take tooth pain. Now, is the pain given to us to suffer or to tell us, hey, something is wrong, get it corrected? See? If we get insulted, don't get hurt. Recognize, hey, something is wrong. I have mistaken my position. I have wrong expectations. Therefore, every experience of our life will become our guru if we start learning from our every passing experience. See, the children are here, they will grow their own. Don't make a bonsai out of them. Whatever best you can give, you give. But don't hold on to them. I was in Australia, and there one of my friend, his son was class 8 or 9, 8 probably. And he said, Swami, let us go and play football. I said, yeah, I can't play football. No, no, you have to come. So he pulled me out. So I played football for 5-10 minutes. I said, now you have to listen to me. Yes. Do you go to India? Yes, I go to India. When? Every year once we go. Tell me something. What is your experience? His experience, he told, he was my great guru. He said, when we are in Australia, we talk about India. When we are in India, we talk about Australia. Both the places, we are not there. Why can't we learn to remain 100% wherever you are? See, what was Arjuna's problem? That is included in our this happy mantra mala. Wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. Where was Arjun? On the battlefield. When? At the time of war. What he should be? A warrior or a grandson or a disciple? What he should be? So in the battlefield, he has to be only a warrior. But he forgot that. And as a result, he became confused. So what is the crux of whole Bhagavad Gita? Only this much. Remember where you are, when you are, what you are, and be 100%. Now, like here you are all sitting. Where are you sitting? In satsanga. When? During the satsanga. So what you should be? Satsangi or a mother, father, brother, sister? Think. But all the time, we are constantly running here and there in time, in space. The day we will understand this principle, then we have really learned something from Bhagavad Gita. Otherwise, simply mechanically chanting, the Urdhvamulamadashakam Ashwatam Pravaravyam Jannam Sesya Pranani. It is okay for the kids, but we can't continue to be kids throughout life. See, in Bhagavad Gita, in the 3rd chapter, 21st verse, Bhagavan says, Yadyadacharati sreshtaha tattadevetaro janaha sayat pramanam kurute lokas tadanuvartate. We elders must form an ideal for the children. That is practice of Bhagavad Gita in life. See? Your kids must be playing home. During the summer in India, they are not allowed to go out, it is too hot. So the kids play home. Brother and sister. The sister becomes the wife, brother becomes the husband. In the house only, no furniture, no decoration, no nothing. They start playing. I saw that in one house where I was staying. And there also I learned from this shloka. So the sister said, who became the wife, Bhaiya, let us start playing. Okay, you come. So he is the husband now. He comes from office, just comes like that. Same, this much room. And then does a knocking to the door. Because there is no door, so he makes a sound by his mouth. Tuck, 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 tuck. Every day he sees what is happening in the house. And then the wife opened the door, and the door was making noise. So that also the children remember. So, karararararara. No um, copyright, no director, no nothing. Every day they are seeing at home. And then the door is opened. And then husband throws his shoes, throws the bag, and says, give me something to eat. Every day the children are seeing this thing. So they have to do that only. And then the wife says, the moment you come at home, eat my head. Because the wife tells every day to the husband, the children watch that. And then the husband tells her, if I eat your head, I will go hungry. It is empty. Every day. Yad yad acharati sreshta. See, friends. And then he sits down and then takes something from his pocket and puts in his mouth and nothing there. But because the father is a Agnihotri. See, friends, to be uh, biological parents is different, and to be real parents is different. See, it is a great responsibility. You know, today what is happening in the whole world? I was in Minneapolis. There, um, I was watching some kind of cartoon show. I like the cartoon shows very much. So, in between, advertisement came, local advertisement. Government of Minnesota has sanctioned so many millions of dollars for the mental health care program because in Minnesota there are hundreds and thousands of youth who are going mentally wrecked. Why? Because at home parents are not available. In the society there is nobody who can guide them. Friends, today what we lack in our life is our children don't have an ideal to work for. See? So this is our responsibility. If we don't do that and then blame our children, see, our children don't listen to us. Blaming and control talking all the time is not the right way. And second thing, sayat pramanam kurute loka tadanu vartate. What is the pramana that we have in our hand? Bhagavad Gita study, regularity. See, when this is properly, systematically presented by the parents, your job is done. I'll tell you, your children here in UK or Indian children are far, far better than our Indian children in USA. Like suppose I come to his house in USA. No person, no family member will even come and say hello to me. But he is not my friend, he is his friend, he let him talk. That kind of attitude. So there is one Gujarati family with whom I stay. A very rare family. Both the husband is a doctor, very successful doctor. His wife takes care of the office, and two sons. Both the sons are doctor, married. Both the daughter-in-laws are doctor. Such a lovely family. But when any function is there, all of them are together. See? And she never tells anything to anybody. She is very disciplined in her life. Gets up early in the morning, does everything, doesn't shout at anybody, and cheerful and happy all the time. This we have to present to our kids. Then we are talking about Bhagavad Gita. This is what Bhagavan told Arjun. Arjun, you are an ideal for all the people in the society. On this battlefield, if you drop your weapons and run back, what the people will get a message. This is one of the biggest challenge today for all the youth in the world. They have nobody to look up to. See? Even if you take our Indian independence fight, that time there was somebody to whom we are looking at. See, like Bala Gangadhar Tilak, then your Vivekananda, then Mahatma Gandhi, somebody to look forward to. Now who is there to look? How can you get inspired? And therefore, from our home, we have to start it. Arjuna was told the same thing. Arjun, if you become a dropout in life, people will quote your example. Are we not seeing this thing today? I am not the only corrupt. Everybody is corrupt. See, but I have eaten only 500,000 crore of rupees. But he has taken 8,000 crores of rupees. See, there also I am a better corrupt person than the bad corrupt person. Because there is no ideal in front of us. Friends, when the ideal is high, lower things don't bother us. See? So what should be the ideal for all of us? See? The ideal for us should be with proper understanding. As human being, what is the difference between us and the animals? Ahara, Nidra, Bhaya, Maithunam cha. Four things. Ahar, eating, Nidra, sleeping, all the time worried about the security, and Maithunam, procreation. If these are the only four things we have achieved in our life, Bhagwan will correct his mistake and make us an animal in the next life. Then what is the purpose of our life? See, if you take the table or stones and bricks, they only exist. It doesn't matter whether there is a God's idol on the table or it is a shoe. It makes no, it is inert. This inert net evolved and it became plant. Plants have got existence plus life. Then these plants evolved. They became animal. Therefore, animals have got existence, life and knowledge. And now animals evolved and became human beings. So what is that factor which can differentiate us from the animals, plants and the stones? And that factor is we are here only for spiritual evolution. It is the last stage in our life. So in this very life, we must be such perfect that the Lord will choose us. Don't run after God. Let Him run after us. See, friends, is it not our day-to-day experience? Suppose I want to do something. What I will do? I will find out a capable, willing, competent person who is available to me. See, the other day somebody came to my place in India and said, Swamiji, I want to serve you. What should I do for you? Please tell me. I said, will you please do it or you will not say no afterwards? No, 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 I'll do. Anything you tell me, I'll do. I said, please go back and don't come again. I don't want to play with my time. In the same manner, the Lord is selecting who is capable, who is competent, who is available. And through such masters, the God expresses. Therefore, when the divine principle expresses through a man, he is called as a Mahatma or a saint. That is the purpose of being born as human being. See, my friends. And this will not happen by accident. It will happen by proper understanding. Many of us have got this notion, Guru Maharaj, Guru Maharaj, Guru Maharaj, hang that Guru picture on the wall and be crucified there. No. Invoke that Guru in your heart. See? Invocation of the Guru in our heart is we are able to learn from every passing experience of our life. That is the Sadguru. Sat is one. You cannot teach anything to anybody. And nobody can stop us from learning if we learn. See? Therefore, when we are leading our day-to-day life, we go through so many experiences of life. So what will be real surrender to the Guru, real surrender to the Sadguru? We have to learn from every passing experience of our life. And when we are learning from every experience, with every additional experience, we will grow wise. And if we don't learn, we grow otherwise. And such otherwise people are the biggest problem in the society. We come across many places. The elders, they come and talk to us, Swamiji, please tell my daughter-in-law, she doesn't listen to me. Whatever you tell, in your lecture, it is fit for her. I said, Mahamaya, you come for the lecture. You don't want to change. And you want that daughter-in-law to change. Remember, spiritual practice is we start changing ourselves. Don't try to change anybody. Everybody is God's creation. Hey, take that child up, tie him down with a rope. Everything has got its own time and place. So, once we are very clear about these facts, then we are here to learn from every passing experience. And if you really want to practice it, I'll give you one technique. And I promise you, you will never do it. You will never do it. And the technique is very simple. Take a nice copy, write on the title of that book, what I have learned today. And every day, at least one thing we can learn from the whole day. Can't we learn one thing? Write on that day. Today, what I have learned. Write down. Second day, again you write down what you have learned. See, friends, I am not just making stories, but I can give you solid examples. You can see in my phone. So many of them, how to study Bhagavad Gita. This is a simple technique. Bhagavad Gita, Kinchita Dhita, Ganga, Jala Lava Kanika Pita, Sagrutapi Ena, Murari Samarcha. See, this technique of Bhagavad Gita studying, if you follow, many are doing it. You can try. Number one, every day chant one chapter of Bhagavad Gita in Sanskrit. Not the same chapter every day. If you by heart, you will become mechanical in life. And when you become mechanical in life, you lose the charm of life. See? You have to get involved 100%. That involvement we have to learn. See? So first, chant one chapter of Bhagavad Gita, second day, second chapter, third day, third chapter, 18 days over, then again start from the first chapter. Every day, different chapter. Then you have to take the book in the hand and read and chant. You will require efforts and your mind in that. And if you are knowing something by heart, then mechanically, like many people do the japa, and their japa is going on mechanically. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna. It's a cartoon of spiritual life. See, friends, we have to get 100% involved in whatever we do. So this is first technique. Second thing, the book which I can suggest is Gita Press has a very good publication, Sadhak Sanjeevani Tika, attributed to Swami Ram Sukdas Ji Maharaj. It's available in English and also on internet. Probably free. Gita Press, you can get it. And you can study first chapter, first verse, read it and read the whole commentary in English or Hindi, whatever you are comfortable. After you have read it, then close the book. Then write with your own hand the Sanskrit shloka. And whatever you remember, whatever has really clicked you when you read that, write it down. Every day, one shloka you do it. Give it a try. That will keep you occupied in a creative manner. You will fall in love with Bhagavad Gita. See, one great, architect, I know her for so many years. All the problems of life come and go. So she says, Swamiji, your technique I have decided to take up. Now she is doing it for last few months. She says, Swamiji, it has changed my whole life so much. Now I don't have any problem. Earlier I had only problems. Remember, whatever is our necessity, that thought alone will come in front of you when you study Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavan knows what thought is required. See? Like that, every day one shlok, read it, write with your own hand. In 700 days, you will have your own Bhagavad Gita commentary ready. But don't publish it, because you will come to know it is all rubbish. But at least you have love for Bhagavad Gita. Then see the change that comes. See? We don't have to give certificate to Bhagavan Krishna. There are many people. They say, our Bhagavad Gita is so great. There are maximum commentaries only on Bhagavad Gita. No other religious book. They have. Are you giving a certificate to Bhagavan Krishna or what? It is meant for us. We have to change. We have to improve. And therefore, when we are thus able to slowly and steadily put our mind in Bhagavad Gita, then if we are not changing, then what happens? There is one lady, she used to come for my talks regularly. Never she missed a single talk. And her daughters used to call me and tell me, Swamiji, you tell something to mummy. She goes every day for your Gita talks. But when she comes at home, we are fed up of her. She is constantly nagging. Do this, do that, do this, do that. Now we have got our studies, we have to do our work. But she said, no, stop that. Do Gita, Gita, Gita. So what should we do? I said, look here. Elder people, you should not argue with them. Simply say yes and do whatever you like. Elder people, you cannot change. About elder people, only one thing you can do. Oh Lord, you cannot do beyond that anything. Accept them as they are. And elders have to understand this. Don't force your views on others. You demonstrate. See? And therefore, when we are studying Bhagavad Gita, a change will come in us. In one house I was staying, a big family. The grandmother, Then they have, I think, 4 or 5 sons, their wives, and about 8 10 children. A 3 4 storied building, and I was staying on the ground floor. One day, after 3 4 days, one small sweet girl came to my room and closed the door. And she said, Swamiji, swear by God. I said, why? No, I am asking you something, but don't tell anybody that I have asked you this thing. I said, okay. No, no, swear by God. I said, okay, I swear by God. He said, is your Krishna a Rakshasa? Is your Krishna a terrible monster? Is your Krishna very angry all the time? I said, what Bhagavad Mahapuran you have heard? No, I have not read anything. Our grandmother, when she is doing puja in our room, she is a devotee of Krishna. 3 hours she is there. During that time only there is peace in our house. The moment she comes out of her puja room, she starts shouting and beating the servants and all mess whole day. Therefore, the child has understood. 3 hours she is with Krishna. When she comes out, she gets contaminated by the Krishna virus. Friends, if you are a devotee of the Lord, don't blame God by your behavior. You can see many elderly people, they don't understand that. See? If you take this principle in life, I tell you, I have learned so many things from your children. So many things. One example I'll tell you. I was conducting a children's camp in Bombay. Bombay children are very smart. So, first time, that was my first exposure to the kids. And I was also small that time. So I thought, let me tell them the stories. So I started telling the story of um, Dhruva, because that was only I had read that time. So, Dhruva was such a great devotee of the Lord. He was standing on one leg, and one child said, Swamiji, yes, we cannot stand on 2 legs properly. What we will do with that Dhruva story, we don't like it. No, I can't challenge them. They are right. I said, okay, I'll tell you now the story of Prahlad. Prahlad was such a great devotee of the Lord, but his father, Swamiji, yes, our father is not like his father. He's so sweet. That story punctured. See how important it is. Then I said, okay, I'll tell you the story of Bhagwan Krishna. When he was hardly 7 8 years, he lifted that mountain, um, Govardhan, on his small little finger. Everybody started laughing. Why? When we lift a single small finger, we go to bathroom. And if Bhagwan Krishna has done it, what is great about it? He is Bhagwan. I said, Yaar, now tell me what should I do? They told me, therefore they are my guru. Tell something what you have gone experience through. How important it is. Therefore, if we have learned from our experiences, then only we are studying Bhagavad Gita. Okay? Therefore, take up this project of studying Bhagavad Gita. All of you must read every day one chapter for 18 days. Again start. Like that it should continue till Bhagavad Gita dies or you die. Continue. Then the second one is, as the study scheme I told you, take that book, read, understand, write. That will take at least 3 to 4 hours of your day, and that will keep you occupied. One of my friend asked me, Swamiji, please don't mind and don't quote my example anywhere. I said, okay. Um, why you are running around the whole world, you keep on running around, and then you keep on writing so many books? Why? I said, look here, if you want to lead a good life, never retire in life. Keep occupied. See, like today I was coming from somewhere and that black wall tunnel was closed. So we had to come by that ferry. The ferry was not even three, 2 minutes. We were standing in the queue for 3 hours. Then I can say, no, 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 I am now tired, I will not come. No, no, no way. See, friends, one of the great masters told me, he said, he is no more, but he told me this. When I will get a news about you that you collapsed while conducting satsanga, I will be the happiest person. He gave me a very fat book, complete all Upanishad and Shankar Bhashya and everything. On that he wrote, no day passes without reading 5 pages from this book. Keep occupied, keep busy. And this is the way to keep busy. Study, study. Then you will be working on your mind. Now, what do we do about our mind? Only complain. Maharaji, whenever I sit for meditation, very many thoughts come. What should I do? Don't do meditation. No, but my guru told do meditation. Then do meditation. But too many thoughts come, then don't do meditation. Other than complaining about the mind, what we have done, tell me. Like this habit of complaining goes to such an extent that we complain about everything in life. Children, grandchildren, in-laws, outlaws, everybody we complain. Living at zero complaint level. See, my friends, that is Bhagavad Gita. Otherwise, all other things you can hear from so many things. We have to apply that knowledge in our life. And that nobody can do for us. There is no proxy on the spiritual path. If there is a burden on your head, a suitcase, you can tell, hey, please help me, he can help you. If you are thirsty, can you ask somebody, hey, please drink water on my behalf? No, I have to drink. If I am having some health problem, can I tell my wife, honey, darling, you take that bitter medicine, I don't like it. She will take dumb, but your disease will not go. So, like there is no proxy in life, there is no proxy on the spiritual path. We have to live our life, we have to die our death, we have to lead our spiritual life. When this is done, and it should not happen like the corona attack. No, it must be regular, continuous. Spiritual life is not half an hour meditation, rest of the day frustration. No, 24/7. Like some people, he asked me, Swamiji, see, I am taking only the salad and only the boiled vegetables, and yet, I am not able to reduce my weight. I am becoming bulky. What to do? I don't know. His wife was there. Swamiji, after that, he eats half a kilo of ice cream. Where it will go? In the same manner. For 10 minutes, we go to the temple. Thereafter, then solid spirituality disappears and liquid spirituality starts. All that you have done is dissolved in the spirituality. Therefore, friends, spiritual life is not a part-time profession. It is a full-time preoccupation. We have to live this spiritual life 24/7. Give it a try. It is possible for everyone. It is not impossible. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम।